Confirm and go live.
See the keyboard?
No, I'm not looking at the screen. Hold on. Ooh, it's so little.
That's what she said.
Why is it so little?
It's a 60% keyboard.
40%.
No,
40%.
It's a 40. No, it's
40%
a 40%
missing.
keyboard. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, is that the Naga?
No, it's Logitech M600.
Oh,
Naga.
it's blurry. It looks like I'm watching Asian porn right now. Rob's showing me his mouse.
Naga. Not gonna work here anymore.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dawson.
What?
Oh shit. Hold on. I gotta fix something. I got to change the setting real quick, I think. No, I shouldn't. I think I'm good. Can you guys hear this?
It's the question of the week.
Okay.
Your answers we seek. Question of the week.
I won't give it all away, but Dawson, I have this.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be using that. What's up, Sauce? Sauce is in the house. Sauceopotamus. Oh, I don't want...
Brett, did you watch my video of the lights and how they look now?
No, I didn't see your video.
I sent you in a text.
Ooh.
Or no, that wasn't to you. Sorry.
That
was to my other best friend.
Oh no! Oh no! I didn't know you had other best friends.
Ben, yes, sir.
I don't like that. Did you send it to Sauce? So God help me if you sent it to Sauce.
I would never send anything to Sauce.
Don't you dare send it to Sauce.
Are you on Twitch right now?
Yeah, I'm on Twitch. I'm just trying to find a poster image that I can put up.
You know what would be cool?
Let's see.
Is if people would follow me on Twitch.
You want people to follow you?
Yeah, I mean, people like watching people suck at Call of Duty, right?
Everyone likes that.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Dagger.
yeah, bro. Dagger told me you were popping heads.
I do okay sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I need to move that over there. Then we're going to change this one.
Look, who's this right here?
Who's who? What?
Right there.
Oh, you got the... is that from Austin?
Yeah, that's Stubbs Bar.
That's the Hitler pics.
Hey.
Yikes.
Yeah,
You know, a guy gets one unfortunate shadow and never lives it down. Yes, Sauce, I know. I got to it before you could say it.
There you go, right there.
I see me, Rob. I don't need you.
No, I'm finding the sauce.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Can you find
Where's Sauce?
me? Can you see me in the picture?
No, I cannot. Let's see here.
So, Brent, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Do you have your speakers on or something?
No, I don't have speakers.
Because it echoes when Rob and I talk, but not when you talk.
It's a voice
I can't.
meter thing, probably, and there's nothing I can do about that.
I know.
So
This is Brighter right there, and Third Hat, and Fen, Dappy Man.
Yeah, these are all people.
these are all people that we know.
Yeah, Victor Chance right there. That's Podcastitute next to Brent. I think they were fooling around.
Sauce. If anybody was if anyone was fooling around with Podcaster, it certainly wasn't me.
Beach and his wife right there.
There's someone else that could have been considered mildly guilty, but not me. Yes, Sauce, that was a nice way to say fuck you, Dawson. She's like, look, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. Are you just Rob is so excited to have his camera. I'm excited to have his camera too. He's just like, I'm gonna change all the backgrounds. I'm gonna do
now
all the
that
things.
I'm on the screen, now people are gonna start watching the videos.
I told you we got to put his feed as Patreon only. I'm not kidding about that.
Well, you
He's the
figure out.
moneymaker.
You figure that out.
Hey, look at this.
I love that picture. That's like one of my favorite pictures.
You know the funny thing was, I wasn't in there because I went to the parking garage to get the rental car.
Yeah, like I said, that's one of my favorite pictures.
There's Constancia D right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
Rob. Oh man. Well, if we're just gonna pull up pictures of Boston that we all love, let me go grab one.
Who's that? Who's that on the floor there?
It's dark and stormy.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta find it first though.
Yeah, you were in this picture right there, Andy. Right there.
Let's see. And now I have to
See yourself?
download it. Do you see yourself, Andy? I don't know why Dawson's frozen. He must have dropped out of the call. He was having trouble getting connected for some reason. Oh, shit.
Got too much internet going on over there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. He had to restart his computer just to get his shit in the call. All right, let me put you in there. Okay, now I got a lot going on over here. Trying to figure all this out.
See.
I gotta add this image. Oh, it's sideways. Oh no. I don't like that. Anyways, that's my favorite picture. Right there. How do I get... I can't get it. Oh well.
There he's back.
You back, Dawson?
I think so.
What's going on over there?
I don't know. I just got my computer just went green screen and shut off and turned back on.
Green screen?
Never seen that before. It just was green and then it shut down and turned back on.
Must be that
What
RAM.
is going on?
48 gigs of RAM can't stop you from green screaming.
I got too much RAM.
I said green screaming. Oh, I can't speak. You got too much RAM. That's your problem.
Too much.
48 gigs.
Too much horsepower. Oh.
40%.
Oh man. 40%. Let's see. What am I doing here? Oh shit. Did anybody get news?
Sure did.
Thank you. Nice background, brother.
Thank you.
I love it. Thank you for grabbing that. I wasn't even supposed to be here today, you know?
That's just me. I don't want that.
Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. Just us like fooling around with Skype.
Hell yeah. What do you think this is, Patreon?
Only for you.
There you go. I can't. I'm not gonna. I'm done. I'm done doing this.
Good. It's good.
There's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. You're just gonna go? You're just gonna rock your own picture behind you?
I mean,
Is that
why wouldn't you?
That's the plan. When you look like that, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. I'm in the lab with all my robot friends. No, I'm in the office today. You gonna have a wrestler behind you? Okay, fine. I'm gonna do this guy then.
Boom. No, I'm in a roll movie theater.
Movies.
But you do what you want. Oh shit, Sauce.
What?
You are not doing a movie trivia podcast tonight. I doubt it. He's not on here. So, his basement's flooded. And I don't mean his vagina.
They
So,
had to save the crop.
but apparently Sauce is going to be on Pod Quiz Hot Shot, Dawson. So we might be competing with old Sauce.
Well, that's easy.
You got the fucking Staples Easy button ready?
That was me,
easy.
my voice.
I know that. I'm just saying for when you play the game. Just
I don't have 2 PhDs, or 2 masters.
I was going to say you
But
just
I bet you I'll kick the shit out of Sauce in trivia.
fucking Sauce MD.
I got my PhDs nuts.
Why'd you have to go and do that?
Yeah.
He says, how many dumb things can you say in a row? That's what he said.
I don't know. How many episodes were you on Vent Chat, Sauce? I don't think I can beat that. Idiot.
Oh, we were fighting on Twitter today.
That's 4.
You and I.
You're about to get 6. In your ass.
I don't know if you're allowed to make threats on Twitch.
Can I make promises on Twitch? Ding. Rob, you should get the howling wolf background, the 3 heads. Oh,
Oh shit.
Send it to me.
That was fantastic.
you could probably Google it faster.
Dude, as many times as you've switched that background, you need him to send you something? Get out of here.
I don't know where to find background images.
See, this is going to be a problem now. As much as I wanted to see Rob, he's going to be focusing so much on getting his shit together that he's not going to be able to contribute to the show. He's just going to be like playing around in Skype while we're trying to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, Rob, Sauce says, what's the difference between 2 dicks and a joke?
I don't know.
He doesn't know,
Can't pull off
Sauce.
a joke. Can't
Sauce
pull on a joke.
he says, I can't take a joke. So he's saying he can take 2 dicks, but not a joke. So that's... Well, aren't you fancy over there? Rob app?
That's gonna be it.
That's the one? That's the
the one.
magic one? I got it. I got the magic one. Hey, Dawson, can you find that Bill and Ted trailer for me? What's the name of this movie? Oh, A Life Less Ordinary. I can't wait to talk about this one, Rob.
Yeah, this one was so good.
Interesting.
Can't wait. Can't wait to talk about it. So, do we want to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's get this show on the road so I can play some Call of Duty.
I'm taking a break from Call of Duty.
What?
Because I'm playing now. You can't hang with the big boys, Rob.
I'll destroy you.
We're on the same team, bro.
You can't.
Dude, he got 4 kills in a game the other day, and he thought he was the fucking man. Like, bro would not shut up about it.
You were in first of all, you're hanging out in my Discord with my friends, watching me play video games.
Men is my friend too now.
Well, I mean,
I'm claiming that.
it's a pretty loose term.
Just like your butthole.
Not wrong.
But anyways, yeah, back to what you were saying. You're bragging about your 4 kills.
Yeah, I was on fire and then my game crashed. So
It's funny
we'll never know.
how the game always crashes when you're doing really well, right?
No, I was playing terrible earlier and it didn't crash. So
Well, I'm proud of you for getting better.
I am
I'll tell
getting
you
better.
that. You're a lot better than I'll ever be.
Minutes before this game, I finished 20th. I'll take that out of 150.
I've gotten a couple of wins with like 11, 13 kills.
This is good.
Well, yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
I have a lot of team wins because I'm a team player. I'm not a solo guy.
The only problem with the verbal okay is that we can't put the fire emoji with it.
Okay.
All right. Let's get started. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2. It's Rob and Brent and my Reggie dude, and don't forget it also features Dawson too. We gonna give you all the dope reviews, but first we'll hit on all the movie news. Cha-ching, cha-ching, box office due. In between the news and the reviews, there's not a lot that we don't do, so turn the volume up cause we coming through. Put your headphones on and tie your shoes. Jackman and Grant, we got all them hues. We're like Brando in Godfather 2. We're gonna make a podcast you can't refuse. This is the Cinema Chat Podcast, and we know a lot about movies. Welcome back to the show, everyone. It's another episode of Cinema Chat Podcast with Rob and Brent and Reggie, featuring Dawson. I'm Brent.
I'm Rob.
And I'm featuring Dawson.
Reggie is not here.
Featured Dawson.
I was not supposed to be on this show this week because I had a previous engagement. I was otherwise engaged. But Reggie was supposed to record his basement flooded today, his brother's house, and he can't make it. So here I am. I'm back once again with you, and we're going to review A Life Less Ordinary. But more important than that, we have Batcam. Rob's camera came in. What's up, Rob? Oh, you see,
that.
we're like 15 seconds of the show.
Dabbing.
He's already doing something visual that you won't be able to see if you're listening to the audio podcast. But he dabbed, and he has a Coke Zero. See, he's just playing to the camera. If you want to see Batcam, you got to get on our YouTube channel, Cinema Chat Podcast. But also, you can get it on Patreon, patreon.com/Cinema Chat Podcast, where we have all of our shows up a couple of days earlier than you would get it otherwise, and also a weekly show called Cutting Room Floor that you can only get on Patreon. So patreon.com/Cinema Chat Podcast. Now, gentlemen, I have a very important question for you. What did we watch this week? Let us give you a peek. We'll get to the news real soon. First, listen to this little tune. Give us the attention we seek while we tell you what we watched this week. Tell them, Rob. What did you see? Tell them. I want to know. All right, Rob, stop dancing and tell me what you watched this week.
I can't help it. That song is so good.
What'd you watch this week?
Nothing much.
Did you watch some anime? You been watching anime still?
Where's the anime?
Yeah, hella anime. Every
Anime.
day.
Fucking hella anime.
Every day.
Okay. Well, what's your favorite
No Guns
show?
Life, second season.
Cool.
Boruto.
Oh yeah. You like that shit?
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Fruit Basket season 2.
Excuse me? Fruit Basket?
Yeah. Fruit Basket.
That's what I called the Airbnb in Boston. The Fruit Basket.
There you go. Hey-o.
Dawson, what did you watch this week?
I watched a couple things. Well, I finished a couple things, and I forgot to report on one. So I watched 7500, that Amazon original
I want to watch
that
that.
we've been talking about. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is basically he's an airplane pilot, and he gets hijacked, and you see his point of view the whole time. You're in the cockpit with him pretty much the entire time. So it's about an hour and a half long. Suspenseful, but yeah, decent. Check it out.
Yeah, you would recommend people watch it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching it and I'm like, there's no way this would happen today.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't seem
Plausible?
once you realize it's like these guys have no weapons and they know they have no weapons, they just have a piece of glass. It's like the entire plane can take over 3 or 4 guys, like pretty easy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's good. It's a fun watch, I guess. I watched The Frighteners on our Tuesday night watch party, which you can hear our review on Cutting Room Floor.
Next Wednesday
Next
on
week.
patreon.com/cinemachatpodcast.
So The Frightener, starring Michael J. Fox, and a whole bunch of other people. I watched that. I finished the Impractical Jokers movie finally. Yeah, I mean,
So
the bits are
disappointing,
funny.
right?
The bits are funny. The story's stupid. Just give me an hour and a half of more uncensored bits.
Yeah.
And then I hate myself, so I watched Contagion. The Matt Damon
I told you not to watch that.
comedy movie, Contagion, which is not great to watch right now during Corona, but it's on HBO Go or HBO Max, so
I told you not to watch it, bro.
yeah, it was fine. I'm a big boy. I know this isn't as severe as that, so
Yeah.
but yeah.
So I much, with you, we watched it in a watch party with a few other people, The Frighteners, midweek watch party. So I watched that. Like I said, you can hear us talk about it on Patreon. Other than that, I didn't watch a whole lot. In fact, I can't really. Molly and I have been watching old seasons of Big Brother because we have nothing to watch right now, and she really enjoys Big Brother, so we got CBS All Access to watch old seasons of that. So that's what we've been kind of rolling through. It's good. I enjoy it, but I am looking forward to sports being back. Baseball's starting up. NBA starts up next week.
Yep.
So
They have
that's gonna
preseason scrimmages that are already started today. So
that court looks badass.
yeah,
I love that. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna take up more. Oh, watch the Babysitters Club movie from 1990 something. Watch that this week. We did a movie night last night with the kids.
Oh.
And there was I guess they just did a Babysitters Club series, like a season of it, like a new thing.
Yeah, I think so, on Netflix or something.
Yeah, and they watched that with their mom, and they heard that there was a movie, so they wanted to watch it. So yeah, Sauce, we had a movie night. Yeah, popcorn, the whole 9. So yeah, I watched that. So yeah, go watch that if you want to feel better about yourself. It's a lot of fun. All right, should we get to the movie news?
Yeah.
Movie news.
Dawson's movie news this week.
Cindy, the news is on.
Insightful.
Good news.
If the headline is big enough, it makes the news big enough.
Timely.
The news goes on for 24 hours a day.
Well prepared.
You like Huey Lewis on the news?
Well, I got some bad news for you.
Do you want the Aladdin news or the Aladdin news?
The Aladdin news?
This is movie news.
Not that it's gonna matter for the people that are listening, but did you intentionally look at a notification on your watch whenever it said that the news is timely?
24 hours a day.
Or did that just happen on accident? Was that a happy
It was
mistake?
timely. It was timely. kind of a light week in movie news. We pulled in a couple stories, nothing too crazy, but the Uncharted movie started filming, and I guess people are ripping Tom Holland. I think Reggie entered this because I don't know much about this.
No. I put that in there. Not people are ripping Tom Holland.
Oh, he's
Tom
ripped.
Holland is ripped. Like he got shredded to play Nathan Drake.
Oh, cool.
He pulled the Kumail Nanjiani business. You know, he's ripped. That's what that means.
I didn't read it. Reading's not my strong point.
He got jacked for the role. And then Mark Wahlberg is playing his. I can't remember the character's name in the game. It's the old guy in the game, but I guess since Nathan's gonna be younger, they aged down that character as well. So,
makes sense.
Fucking Marky Mark is gonna play that guy. I'm excited about it. I say what you will about Mark Wahlberg. I feel like I kind of like his movies more than I don't like them, and I'm a big fan of Tom Holland these days. So, and the Uncharted games are fucking awesome. Although I've learned today that I probably shouldn't have opinions on video games because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Just ones that are widely acknowledged as being not great, but
it's a great game. I admitted up front that I know a lot of people talk shit about it, but I love it. John agreed with me, so I'm not like alone in my little. It's a polarizing game. How about that?
Okay, sure.
How about you go fuck yourself? All right. What else do we have?
I don't know what this is, so maybe one of you two can help me. But Netflix releases a trailer for Project Power.
Yeah, I put this in there last week.
Okay.
And now
so
I gotta look it up. It's Jamie Foxx movie, right?
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
It's
they
sort of
pill.
Yeah, it's sort of like what was that made? Limitless with Bradley Cooper.
Powers.
Except
Bradley Cooper, yeah.
Yeah, except when they take the pill, they get superhero powers. And every time you take the pill, you don't know what power you're going to get. And I think there's also a chance that it might kill you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Looks pretty badass to me. It's a Netflix movie, so I know that some people who may or may not be on this podcast at the moment will immediately shit on a movie as soon as Netflix is doing it. So I'm sure that person, if he were here, might have some shit to talk about it. But he's not. He is not here. So we will just say that it looks pretty badass. Rob, have you seen the trailer for it?
No, I haven't.
You should go watch it.
I think you'll like it. We'll watch it as a watch party. It comes out next month.
Oh, it's already, I think I already put it on the list. If I didn't, I said I was going to and I didn't. But it's in the rotation. We're not missing that one.
Yeah, so
Project
that
Power.
one's coming next month.
Yeah. August.
Whatever comes after August is September, and on the 1st of September, you'll be able to see Bill and Ted 3 either in theaters or from the comfort from your home for the video on demand. So Bill and Ted Face the Music, September 1st.
And you may or may not be able to see that as part of a Cinema Chat watch party in Discord. Not that I'm saying we would do that because it might not be on the up and up. But, you never really know what you're going to get whenever you log into a Cinema Chat podcast watch party. It could happen. I don't know. I wouldn't have anything to do with it if it did. That's all I know. I'm an upstanding citizen. But, we'll probably be reviewing that one as well in September. So you got Project Power in August from Netflix. You got Bill and Ted 3 in September. If you haven't seen Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, maybe time to bone up a little bit on your Bill and Ted.
Bone up.
Little Alex Winter. Little Keanu.
Whoa.
Fucking Julius Caesar, bitch. George Carlin. Come on. You got Death.
They're great.
Death is in there. I love those movies. I can't wait. Although, in that trailer that I've seen multiple times today, they look old as fuck.
Sure do.
They do, and I think we're gonna get. I think we're not gonna get that much of those two on this movie. I think it's gonna be more on their daughters.
Now, see, I get what you're saying, but I don't think they can. I think they still have to be the main.
I mean, we've got two sets of characters with two different journeys. It seems like going on. They're not going to be on screen that much together. So I think we're going to get. I think we'll probably end up with more like either 50-50 or more sisters.
I think it's daughters.
Or daughters.
I think it's going to be more Bill and Ted.
Okay.
It might be 60-40, but I think if it swings one way, it's going to be more Bill and Ted than the daughters. I would say.
Okay.
I don't know. Who's playing the daughters? Do you know?
The lady who looks like Margot Robbie is one of them, I think.
Which one? The one from
Ready or Not.
Ready or Not? Yeah, I don't know her name. She looks just like her, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't recognize the other.
I'm not going to look it up.
No. We'll find out when we watch it in September. But I will tell you something you don't have to guess. Everyone's favorite rapper from the 90s is getting his own biopic movie, and that is Vanilla Ice. And we know who's going to be playing Vanilla Ice in the Vanilla Ice movie, and that is Dave Franco, the younger brother of James Franco. So that is coming.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja.
I just hope that's
ninja,
the capstone of the movie. Is them breaking down with the turtles? I want that.
Gonna rock the town without being seen. Have you ever seen a turtle get down? Yeah, I know ninja rap. Don't you worry about me. Dave Franco. I am a fan of Dave Franco. What do you guys think of him? Are you on the Franco train?
Yeah, I think he's all right.
I
think he's better than his brother.
I think he's a better person than his brother. Can I say that? I think the highs of James Franco are something that Dave Franco will never be able to touch.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I enjoy Dave Franco. I think that Dave Franco has a likability to him that Dave doesn't have. But I think Dave is the superior actor of the two. He can swing and miss, but whenever he really commits, he's pretty damn great. So, I don't know. You like? Are you big on James Franco, Rob? Or no?
I've
you
seen
said Dave's
a lot
better.
of stuff that he's been in, and he's definitely a good actor. But his brother's a good actor too.
What's your favorite Dave Franco role?
Well, I haven't really seen him much, except in that that movie that they make fun of the Tommy Wiseau.
The Disaster Artist.
The Disaster Artist.
Yeah, I've seen him in some other stuff, but I just can't remember the name of right now.
You saw him in the one where his brother was nominated.
Yeah,
and then he was in 21 Jump Street. Dave Franco was.
That's right.
He was in Now You See Me. Right? He was in Six Underground, the Michael Bay movie on Netflix.
Fun, good movie.
That one.
Spoiler alert, he gets impaled by something. Yeah.
You didn't see that, Rob?
No.
I think you'd like it a lot.
Yeah, you would like that. That's your kind of film.
It's a fun movie.
I'll check it out.
It's also a movie that Reggie, sight unseen, would talk a lot of shit about. He's not here, and I shouldn't make fun of him because he's going through a crisis. But Sauce just told me right whenever we started that Reggie said he's going to be ready to record in an hour. So I guess we're starting to see where this pod quiz hot shot, his new podcast that you can find coming soon to a podcast catcher near you. We're starting to see what's more important to him, I think. I don't know. What do you think, Reggie? What's more important to you? All right. Are we... you got more?
Just a couple more things. I didn't put them in there because I just pulled it up. Should talk about it. I think we talked about it last week. Christopher Nolan's Tenet has been pushed out to an undetermined date. We don't know when it's coming now. Today, a couple hours ago, before we recorded, Disney also pushed out their schedule. So there's a lot of movies that were set and they're pushed. Even like Mulan does not have a release date now. So there's no release date on Mulan, which was probably their biggest movie this summer. All the Avatars got pushed out a year. All of the next Star Wars movies got pushed out a year. So our first shot at a Star Wars movie is not going to be until 2023. So we got 3 years out.
Whoa!
But yeah, they didn't say anything about New Mutants, which kind of makes me interested because this article shows Disney and 20th Century Fox or 20th Century Pictures, whatever they're calling it now. Mm-hmm. But they don't show anything about New Mutants. So
the New Mutants, they did a Comic-Con drop today, and they said August 28th. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
We're not going to have anything new in theaters until at least winter.
Yeah, at least.
At least. I would be surprised if there's a new movie releasing in 2020 at this point. I just don't think it's going to happen.
And I think there's a lot of these comedy, or if they're not big special effects like Tenet or a Marvel movie, put them on video on demand. Still give us new entertainment. It's not going to be a blockbuster, and you're not going to make $1 billion anyways. Bill and Ted's not going to make $1 billion. They'll probably make more money doing video on demand than they would in the theater. Like normal, I bet they do. I bet more people will pay $20 to watch it than to go sit in the theater.
How much did Trolls make? Was it $50 million?
In the opening weekend.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know what they made over the course of everything. You bought it after renting it twice.
Well, sure, my kid, not for me, but I think
you don't have
to
qualify it.
300. I think it made like 350. I think it made like 350 million.
No way. Hold on.
Because they were making a big deal about it being.
I'm looking it up. You keep talking.
But I think because I thought they were going to make a big deal out of that because if they got a certain cap, it was going to give like some of the voice actors a bonus.
Dude, it made 150 million domestic and 350 million worldwide.
Yeah,
that's a massive success.
I know, that's pretty crazy, and that's so yeah. So something like that, I can see why AMC's pissed off, right? That's a lot of money through their doors that they're not getting. But yeah, I think that'll be a trend. So,
do you think that if we weren't stuck at home and unable to go to the theater, do you think that movies could find that type of success? If there were new movies being released all the time and they were all $20 a pop, do you think they could make that much under normal circumstances?
I think maybe, but I think now, especially since we have 6 months of not going to a theater, mm-hmm. and I'm getting these movies at home, or ones that I didn't get a chance to go see, but I could, it's like, okay. I think it's going to be pretty common now. But if COVID never happened and we never went to quarantine, it probably would never be, because we all like going to the theater. Mm-hmm. But I will say this, and I think this would be a good idea too. Like, I was joking if DreamWorks would have done like a punch card for Trolls, rent it 3 times, get it free or whatever when it comes out. Well, iTunes, they refunded me $10 back for buying the movie after I rented it. And that was part of their promo. It's like, you rented this, so now buy it, and we'll give you $10 back.
And did you know you were going to get that?
No, I had no idea.
It just like showed up one day, and you're like, "Fuck, free money."
Yeah,
free money, bitch.
I got an email, and then I looked in the iTunes store, and it said $10 for if you buy it because you rented it. So I paid $30, and I got to watch it, and then I own it. So I mean, if they do that for more movies, I would take $30. Is that a chip?
That is a chip.
I would pay $30 for Bill and Ted, just to, see it, rent it, and then let me own it in 3 months or whatever. I have no problem with that.
I bought Scoob because it was $25 to buy it or $20 to rent it. So I spent the extra $5 to own it, and now it's on fucking HBO Max. So I wasted that $5.
Hey, but you got $4 for free from Voodoo.
I was getting ready to talk about that. So Rob, I already told Dawson about this, but I'll tell you and I'll tell everyone else that's listening. I logged into my Voodoo account yesterday, and I saw this movie on there, this rental, and I was like, the fuck? I didn't rent this, and no one else is ever on my Voodoo account. Like, I'm the only one that uses that service. So I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? And I get on the phone with Voodoo, and I'm like, this is an unauthorized rental. Someone has like hacked my account. I don't know where this came from. They're like, oh, no problem. We'll go ahead and we'll refund you the $4. No worries, whatever. So I spent like 5-10 minutes on the phone with them. Really, the only reason I call is because I was worried that my account had been like hacked into. I get off the phone. I'm sitting there. I'm watching TV. Molly's in a meeting. She comes in the room, and I'm like, someone rented a movie on our Voodoo account. I just spent 10 minutes on the phone with Voodoo. She's like, yeah, I rented that. I was like, what? She goes, I didn't even know what Voodoo was, and I got on there. There was this movie that I'd heard about on a podcast that I wanted to watch it, and I found it on there, so I just rented it. And I was like, well, we got that money back because I called Voodoo and filed a grievance. And she's like, well, good. The movie sucked anyway, but I got Voodoo to refund me the fee for a rental because I thought someone logged into my account.
See, now when he leaves
Where is
mid-story,
he- where is he
you know
going?
he's leaving mid-story.
Where is he going? Well, see you later, Rob. He's back. My so yeah, my wife rented it, and then fuck, I lost track of my story. It's over. I did about as much as I could. Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
The dog was doing something back there.
I hope the dog didn't. I hope
Shitting on
the
the floor?
dog didn't shit on the floor while you were gone. We can't. There's a mountain behind you, Rob. We can't see your dog. Okay.
Yeah, behind the mountain.
What's your dog doing in the wilderness, Rob? Bring him inside.
Trying to go to sleep.
Mona, stop shitting on the floor, please.
I had pizza for dinner.
All right.
What's next?
Are we ready?
I think I'm done. I'm good with the news now. Yeah,
Feature presentation time.
sure.
Yeah, piece of presentation.
And now, our feature presentation.
A Life Less Ordinary, directed by Danny Boyle, written by John Hodge, starring Delroy Lindo, Holly Hunter, Ewan McGregor, Stanley Tucci, Cameron Diaz. I'm like doing the cast in this weird order. It's fucking Ewan McGregor and Cameron Diaz. That's who you know. That's who you care about. Those are your main characters. But more importantly, this is the movie that Rob picked for us to watch. Okay, Rob?
Yes.
You picked this movie. So tell
I
me,
heard that it was, like,
why did you
similar
pick
to-
this?
Similar to Trainspotting, which also stars Ewan McGregor. So I thought it was going to be in the same fashion as that. It's like completely different.
So you hadn't seen this when you recommended it.
No.
So when you recommended it, and I asked you why you were recommending we watch this movie, you told me if you liked Trainspotting, you will like this. Leading me to believe that you had seen it. I trusted you. Rob. And we started watching this. And this is not, I repeat, it is not like Trainspotting. Rob, you did me wrong here. Are you just trying to get back at Dawson?
Yeah. Can you
Put
see
your
that?
put your nuts away, Rob.
He's nuts.
I got
He was
got peanuts and I got cashews.
he showed me like he has a whole fucking grocery on his desk.
I got a side desk right there that has all kinds of junk on it. See, right over there.
He bought lemon heads in bulk.
Yeah.
He had a giant, you know, like the containers that like strawberries come in, the big plastic one. He has one of those just filled with lemon heads. Look at, and he's just got all the snacks. Rob, stop, Rob. People don't like that sound. People don't like that sound. God, what I wouldn't give for all those just fall out right now. Serve you fucking right. Anyways, is this movie just you getting back at Dawson for picking Ready to Rumble last week?
No. I really thought that it was like Train Spotting, and I really liked Train Spotting. I had already seen Train Spotting, so I was like, well, how bad could this, you know? It has Ewan McGregor in it, so maybe it's like Train Spotting.
Is there some kind of drinking game that I don't know about where you have to say the word train spotting over and over?
No.
There is now. Start.
You just said it like 4 times in one run-on sentence. I love it. I tell you what I did not love, and I'm not going to bury the lead. I did not love this movie. This movie fucking blowed.
Yeah, I agree. It was terrible.
I see. This is the problem. He's so disengaged that whenever we don't have the camera on him, it doesn't bother me as much. Like I know that he's in and out, but whenever I could see him and he's just randomly walking off into the nether realms, he's like climbing Mount Kilimanjaro back there. Like I don't know. It gets me off of my train of thought. And Rob, I'm mad at you for
Don't
this
be
movie.
mad at me.
This movie was terrible.
I mean, you know, you can't win them all.
So Rob,
he's not wrong.
help us out. Sort of give like a Cliff Notes version of the plot. What's this movie about?
Well, Ewan McGregor plays a character that just gets fired, and like to get revenge on his boss, he kidnaps the boss's daughter, and he runs off with her to get ransom for her. But then all of a sudden, like these numbnuts come out of nowhere, try to make a love story out of it, and then they do fall in love, and the hilarity ensues.
I tried to change your thing to say Bap and Mona, but it cut it off, so I'm just going to change it back to Bap Cam. Because that's too good.
Yes, it's Mona.
Yeah,
Mona.
You got your doggy on your lap. Your little doggo. If Meowth was here, Meowth would love that. Susan's in the chat. She likes it. She says, doggy.
Dog.
She'll sit there like for the whole time, as long as I keep petting her.
Dude. But anyways, this movie, I have a hard time finding redeeming qualities about this. I was so mad at it. I was so mad. I love Ewan McGregor, and he was good in it. Like, that's probably the one thing that I would pull out and be like, yeah, he's pretty good in this. Because fucking Ewan McGregor is great in everything that he does. Like, everything he touches, he's good at. I never feel like I'm let down by Ewan McGregor performance. But Cameron Diaz, on the other hand, not a big fan of hers. I know she was hot shit in the late 90s, right around the time this came out. But she does nothing for me. And then there's like angels from heaven, but they're like kind of fucked up angels, and they're trying to make people fall in love, but they have this incentive that like they're going to go to hell. or get stuck on Earth, maybe, if they don't get them to fall in love, and they're trying to kill, like they're putting them in danger, borderline almost killing them to make them fall in love. I don't know. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on in this, and I was not a fan. Not a fan of it at all. Dawson, where were you at on this one?
I was so disinterested in this entire movie. It was not. I hated it. I couldn't wait for it to be over.
I was checking the clock hardcore.
I know. There was a moment where I texted you. I'm like, "How much is left?" And there was like a half an hour, and I'm like, "Oh, come on." Yeah, it's not great. I do know that this movie, they actually shot it in 50 days.
That's a fact.
It is a fact. And I have this new thing where you'll hear lots of cool, interesting tidbits about the movie, or maybe some goofs. But
give me another fact.
This movie sucks so bad. There's not a lot of great facts I could do in my research. It's way better. It was way better on Patreon.
There's you don't have any facts?
Well, it's really bad. Did you know that Holly Hunter and Ewan McGregor both play the French horn?
That's a fact.
That is a fact. That's a fact, Jack.
I got a couple more of them if you want to use them. I'll have way more. I at the last minute I was trying to pull a few clips, so I got 4 of them. So if you can get me 2 more facts, we can hear all of them that I have. But you don't have to don't blow your load right now.
Well, I mean, there's definitely some things I don't like when O'Reilly is paying the hiker / carjacker. She says, "Here's $40," and she hands him 6 bills. The top 3 are 20s, one of which you can see in the bottom digit of the corner. Then the next is a 10 and a 5, and the other on the bottoms are a 10, so $85. It's like you can't even think about it. Come on, character, be smart.
That's a fact.
Maybe I'll reserve the rest of this for another time, because this is not this isn't going as I planned. I didn't look at these before.
Just one more. I got one more clip to play. It's my favorite one.
Okay.
I was saving the best.
Well, so I mean, I know we liked Ewan McGregor in this movie. There was another character that was considered heavily for the role. You may have heard of him. His name is Brad Pitt, but this role was written with Ewan McGregor in mind, so ultimately went with Ewan.
Isn't that crazy?
And that's a fact.
That's a fact.
All right. So that's going to be Dawson's new bit. He should probably rehearse it, or not rehearse it, but he should maybe look at it before we record, so that he has some in the chamber ready to go.
If my computer did, in my defense, if my computer didn't restart 16 times before the show started, I would have known that that wasn't going to be my new thing for this episode.
That's a fact.
But if you like that idea, listen to Patreon. It got really good.
It was much better on Patreon when we talked about the Frighteners. And that episode comes out next Wednesday. Patreon.com/CinemaChatPodcast. Look, we don't do ads. I got to find a way to make some kind of money so that we can keep this thing going. All right. So, Rob, am I to believe that, much like us, you were not a big fan of this movie?
No, I think it started off pretty good, but then it just spiraled out of control, and the pacing was really bad, and I barely could have, I barely hung in there.
Dude, I could
luckily, I was drinking beer. I was hoping to pass out.
I could tell you from the first 3 minutes of the movie that I wasn't going to like it. Whenever they start the movie in heaven, like a weird heaven, but it's like an office, like a fucking police precinct in heaven, I was already I am not down with this. I don't want...
See, if they skipped that whole premise, I think the movie would have been much better.
Yeah, if they just make it like a botched kidnapping.
Right.
And not have the whole, angels trying to make them fall in love business. That was bullshit.
Yeah, there's an entire scene where Ewan McGregor has a shovel and Delroy Lindo's sitting down, no weapon, no gun, nothing. It's like, if I'm digging my own grave, I'm at least swinging because I'm gonna die anyways. I'm gonna take my swing at him. There's a lot of things that I'm like, this is so bad. There's also a scene when Ewan McGregor, he gets away and he's driving in his car and he has to stop because his character's laying on the ground. Mm-hmm. Just so you know, that entire scene was shot backwards. So
that's a fact.
And then reversed in post-production. So
why?
Because it was safer that way instead of actually driving the car. They parked it and she laid down and then they moved back the car.
I don't like that.
Well,
I like there to be danger.
It's a fact.
Whenever you're filming movies. That's why I love Tom Cruise so much. Did you see there was a video that came out? I know this has nothing to do with A Life Less Ordinary, but there was a video that came out of how they filmed Tom Cruise doing the skydive in the last Mission Impossible movie, and it showed like a camera angle that was showing the cameraman and how the cameraman was following him around, how the cameraman jumped out first. I gotta say, as much as I give Tom Cruise shit for like having to do the stunts and make it look real, it was kind of cool seeing them film him jumping out of that plane. I will say, but it was cooler seeing them film it than it actually was in the movie. In the movie, I would have been just fine with them doing CGI and figuring it out. Like, the only cool thing about it was seeing them actually filming it. In the movie, it doesn't enhance the movie at all, Tom. So stop putting yourself in danger, dick. People depend on you, Mr. Cruise. Shut down productions when you break your leg jumping off of buildings because you're an asshole. I don't want to talk about A Life Less Ordinary. So if I could just shit on Tom Cruise for 15 minutes, that'd be great.
Yeah, go for it. We got nothing but time.
I mean, really though, A Life Less Ordinary is... It was a movie that I felt was... Like, I cared so little about it that I feel like I don't even really have an opinion on it. Like, I was trying to figure out what I was going to score this movie, and I really have a hard time just being bothered enough to care. That's how little I think of it. Like, it wasn't offensive in its badness. That was, listen, me English no good. It wasn't offensively bad. I just didn't care at all. It wasn't Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It was the most meh movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, not only that, but what kind of awful movie just is bad and then you throw in like a 10-minute claymation movie at the end?
What the fuck was that?
Like, where did that come from?
Rob,
spend that money on anything else in the movie besides doing a claymation movie.
Yeah,
I bet Rob did.
Writing.
Did you even see it, Rob?
Yeah, of course it's alright.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Why would I think you maybe didn't see it? Dude, that was so weird.
They could have done the whole movie with that claymation.
I mean, it might have been better. At least they would have been trying for something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is one of those films where they wrote it a certain way, and then somebody said, "Hey, why don't you like put a spin on it, like heaven gets involved and Cupid and this, that, and the other thing, and try to get these two together, kind of deal." And I say, "Hey, this is a great idea. Let me pencil that in," and then the whole thing turns into a train wreck.
I mean, it's certainly possible that could have been the scenario.
Yeah, some studio exec threw in his $0.10 and ruined the whole damn thing.
I mean, because it's unnecessary. Like, it does nothing to improve the plot. Like, you could have a much more cohesive film if you removed all of that.
Yeah,
and just gave me more. Because honestly, okay, here's a positive thing I will say. Ewan McGregor and Cameron Diaz, they have pretty decent chemistry together on screen. So if you could give more of that and less of the angels, that would be fantastic. I would love that. Rob, we can hear you. Oh, you turned off the camera so that we couldn't see you.
We hear you, Rob. We hear you eating those chips.
And then you turned off the camera so I couldn't see you. And then you forgot to mute the microphone.
Wash those chips down, Robbie.
Way to go, buddy.
These nuts.
He's nuts.
The green bag.
Emerald nuts. Emerald nuts. Well, if I'm being honest, I've never wanted to talk about a movie less than this movie.
I got nothing. This movie sucked.
So
don't ever watch it.
Don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Is it better than Ready to Rumble or worse than Ready to Rumble?
Worse.
Ready to Rumble had entertainment value. Even if it was that it was so bad that it was entertaining, like it still had that. There's nothing I care about in this at all. Daggard says it wasn't aggressively bad. No, it wasn't aggressively bad. It just lives in this space where you just don't give a flying fuck about what is happening. You do not care. One bit. So yeah, let's give our scores. We can sort of start wrapping this episode up, and we can all forget that this movie fucking exists.
Wrap it up.
So Dawson, what do you give A Life Less Ordinary?
I feel bad because somebody made this movie and somebody worked on it and somebody tried hard, but this movie was awful. I don't like anything of it. If I could walk out, I would. I didn't fall asleep during it because at least I was chatting with you guys. Don't ever watch this movie. This movie sucks. It's a 1.
I'm right there with you. I don't give a lot of 1s around here. I try to find redeeming qualities, and I do love Ewan McGregor, and I don't think he's bad in this. And like I said, him and Cameron Diaz have decent chemistry, but everything else about the movie, the direction's kind of weird. The plot is weird. It's all just fucking weird, and I don't care about it.
Yeah, and I don't get that. Like, I like all the other Danny Boyle movies, or a good chunk of most of Danny Boyle movies are home runs, and this movie was I was like, oh, maybe it's got a chance. Ugh.
I love Trainspotting, and Rob, since you said it was like that, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be great, but it is not great. Okay, don't watch it. It gets a 1 from me as well, and if it gets a 1 from me, you better believe it's pretty fucking not good, bro. Yeah, that's what I said. Rob, you're up last.
Well, I think this is one of the rare instances where you and I complete on every aspect. So fan of Ewan McGregor, Danny Boyle, Cameron Diaz, not so much. I think she looks weird. But I think, like we mentioned before, if they had cut out that whole premise of the whole heaven getting involved to get these two to fall in love for whatever reason, I think this would have been a better movie. And I apologize for suggesting it. And I wish I didn't see it. Don't go see it. But because I like Ewan McGregor and I've seen him in a lot of stuff, I'm gonna give this movie a 3.
A 3. Okay. Well, I thought it was getting ready to tie for the worst reviewed movie in Cinema Chat podcast history. But fortunately for A Life Less Ordinary, it's still behind The Turning, which came in at an average score of 1 earlier this year. So, not even the worst movie of 2020 that we reviewed. A Life Less Ordinary. Don't watch it. But I'll tell you what you can do. Instead of watching A Life Less Ordinary, go check out a podcast that I was on. It's called The VHS Strikes Back. I went and did a review with Dave and Chris of A VHS Strikes Back on the movie Scream 2. It's a movie that I happen to know a lot about, a movie that is near and dear to my heart. And I sat down and talked with them about it, and it was a really fun time, and I think that shows through in the episode. It's a lot of fun. So please go listen to that. I'll try to remember to put a link to it in the show notes. But if you search VHS Strikes Back, or if you look on my Twitter, you can probably find a tweet about it. Go listen to it. All right? That's going to do it for this week. Appreciate all of you hanging out, everyone in the chat. Thank you for hanging out. Daggard, Sauce, Susan, Cockabub. I don't know if I missed anybody else, but thank you all. Thank you for listening at home. Join us next week whenever I think we're going to talk about Black Dynamite. Does that sound right to you all?
Yep.
Sounds right to me. I'm going to play this little thing that tells you where you can follow us, and we'll check you guys next week.
You don't need to follow me. You don't need to follow anybody.
But you can follow us. I'm Brent, and I am...
It's not Malcolm.
And he's Rob, and he's...
Rob 1.
There's also Reggie, who is...
Hit on.
We can't forget about Dawson at...
Andy!
Underscore.
Dawson.
Don't forget to follow the podcast at CinemaChatPod on Twitter. And check out our website, cinemachatpodcast.podbean.com.
I'm following you now. I'm just going to follow you everywhere. I'm just going to follow you the rest of my life.
Thanks, Peter. Now, if the rest of you would get off your ass and follow us, that would be great.
Mail, motherfucker.
Oh, and don't forget to send your emails to cinemachatpod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Please, send us something. Have a good week, everyone. Goodbye. All right. Did you guys listen to that VHS Strikes Back episode?
I sure did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think you did a great job, and I think those guys are much better off having you on there.
Oh, they're great. Have you listened to any of their other shows?
Yeah, I watched the one, the Hawk the Slayer review that they did.
Yeah, that's a fun movie.
Yeah. If you didn't see it, I see the movie they were talking about. It was kind of hard to what they were talking about.
Well, you should go watch the movie. Go back and listen to some of their older episodes, especially for movies that you have seen. They do a lot of classic movies, and you'll find some that you'll really like. Dawson, I know you started listening to it. How far did you make it?
I got 50 minutes left or so.
Cool. All right. Well,
yeah.
You like it so far?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good deal. All right. Well, let's.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Bye.